Hello, you're watching Novice Tech World. Today we will learn how to navigate rows, columns, and cells. In this video, I will show you how to move across a row and column, what is a range of cells, how to insert, delete a row or column, how to hide or unhide a row or column, how to resize a row or column, how to overwrite or shift data within a cell, how to copy paste clear contents of a cell, how to zoom in and out of a worksheet, how to undo any changes. Stay tuned to learn all this and watch how it makes your life simple. So let's see, how do we move across a row or column? Okay, so if you are in a particular cell, say I am in A2, if you can see, and if I click on tab on the keyboard, it would go forward. If I click again tab, it would go forward. So every time you need to go forward in a row, click on the key tab. If you want to come back to a particular cell, say you want to come back to B2, you will click on shift and tab, and that would get you one cell behind. Similarly, once more shift and tab will get you back to A2. This is how you move across a row. So you click tab to go forward, and you click shift and tab to go backward across a row. Similarly, if you are in a column, say you're on B1 right now, and you want to move down, you will click on the key enter on your keyboard. So if I keep clicking on enter, it would go down one cell at a time. Similarly, same as the tab, if you click on shift and enter, it would go up again, one cell at a time. So it's shift and enter for going back up in a row, in a column. Another feature I would like to show you now is how to insert or delete a row or column. So you can, if you want to insert a line between 2 and 3, you will just have to right click on the number 3, click on insert, and this would insert a brand new line, a row between 2 and 4. Now similarly, if you want to delete this row again, since it's a vacant row, just right click and click on delete, and that would delete the empty row. Similarly with columns, if you want to insert a column between D and E, right click on E, column E, and say insert, and this would insert a blank column between D and F. If you want to again delete the blank column, right click on column E and click on delete. Another feature is how to hide rows and columns. Say you want to hide all the February lines, all the lines that say February. So I will highlight line number 6, 7, 8, and 9. I will right click and I will go and select the second last option, which is hide. This would hide all lines that said Feb. Now, if I need to open up this again, if I need to unhide the rows again, I will select row number 5 and row number 10 and right click and click on the unhide option. And that would bring us back on the lines of Feb. Similarly for the column, if I want to hide the column E, I will right click and say hide. And if I want to bring back the column E, I will highlight D and F, column D and F, and right click and click on the option unhide, which would reappear again as E. That was about hiding and unhiding rows and columns. The next feature is how to resize rows and columns. So in case I want to resize line number 3, okay, and say I will right click and I will go to row height, and right now it's at 14.25. I will make it 25. So if you see, the height of the row has increased. If I want to change it back, I will right click, row height, and I will put it back at 14.25. That's how you resize a row. If I want to resize a column, it's the same functionality. I will click on the column, right click and go for column width, change the column width. Right now it's at 5.13. I will make it maybe 20. So if you see, it has increased the width of the column. And if I want to get it back, I will right click, go to column width and say put it as 5. And that would decrease the width of the column D. That was all about resizing rows and columns. Now, regarding cells, you can write data in any cell in a worksheet. Okay, you can also override data. Say you don't want it to be apple, you want it to be banana, so you can overwrite data in a cell. Okay, say you already have a table like this and you need to override the word apple with banana, and you want to shift this whole range back up. So you will right click on apple and you will say delete. This will give you an option to shift left, shift up, and delete the entire row or delete the entire column. Right now we just want to shift one cell up. So we will say shift cells up. So if you see, the entire column has shifted up one cell. Now if you want to go, say, insert a cell again, and you want to shift all this data, which is also a range of data, if you want to shift this range back down one cell, you will click on banana, right click and use the insert option and click on shift cells down, and this would take you down one cell. So let me key in the word apple again. Another feature, a very well-versed feature within Excel, is the copy and paste. If you want to copy this particular data into column C, all you need to do is highlight the data you need, click on Control C, that would highlight the data, and click on the place where you want to shift or move your data. Now when you want to paste it, you need to click on Control V, and that would paste your data. Okay, so let's do this again. So I want to move this data, so I'll click on Control C and I will move it again in column A over here, and I will click on Control V. So that is how you move data, copy and move data across the worksheet. You can also clear data across a worksheet. Say you do not need this data, you will highlight the range, right click and say clear contents. If you see this, click on clear contents. Similarly, click this entire range and say clear contents. Right click and clear contents. You can also use the delete key. Say you want to delete these cells or clear the cells. You can use the delete option. Now, suppose you have deleted something by mistake and you want to get the data back. What would you do? So Excel has a feature known as undo, which is on the top left corner. You can always undo your changes. So if I click on this undo key out here, you see you get all your data back. So any change you do, any change, say I want to change from 100 quantity to 200. Okay, and then I decide no, it should be 100. So I can just click on the undo key and it would change it back to 100. So this is the feature of Excel where you can undo changes, go back a step and see which change you want to keep. Another feature of this whole worksheet is about zooming in and out of a worksheet. If you see on the right bottom column, you can see a scale out here. So if you move this scale, you see it goes in and out. This helps you zoom in and out of a sheet. You can also use the control button and move your cursor in and out. So if you see this, that's how you can zoom in and out using the control option. Okay, the control and your cursor. Another option would be of inserting lines, inserting rows. You can also use if you use the shift and enter, you reach the end of the row. Okay, and if you're in a range of something, if you put shift and end and down arrow key, okay, shift end and down arrow would bring you to the end of the range. So these are all some ways of navigating data. That's it from my side. If you want to see more of such videos, click on the playlist showing up or watch the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and do leave a comment if you have questions or suggestions for improvement. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate if you could like and share with friends who could benefit from this video. Until we meet again, have a good day.